Okay, today I'm here with Ron Jackson, aka Action Jackson, American Legion Post 639, and you served in the Navy, correct?
That's right.
What years did you serve for?
I was in from November 68 to November 72.
Wow, okay. And so Vietnam era, did you get drafted?
No, I didn't get drafted. I went to Nam. I was there for 18 months.
Yeah.
I did 2 tours over there.
Were you on the ship?
No, I was what they call a mud sailor. I was a
Okay.
CB, Navy
Oh,
CB.
Navy Seabee. I've met a
Yep.
few of you guys.
There's
Smart dudes.
a few of them around here.
Smart guys.
Well, thank you.
I mean, all the ones that I've met were extremely smart, and I mean, you're technically engineers in addition to what you did. So
Yeah.
that's. I mean, have to sometimes make things on the spot, create things on the spot, and that I think takes true intelligence.
You just
Sometimes.
kind of got to have the mindset that you can make stuff work, even if you don't have what's required. You make it work.
That's exactly right. And that's kind of the resounding thing I've got through all the CBs that I've had lunch with, and that's really cool. Did going into the service, was that something that you had planned on doing? Was that something that you wanted to do?
Well, graduating high school in '68, Vietnam was going great guns then.
Yeah.
I never did know until years and years later what my draft number was, my
Oh.
lottery number.
Yeah.
And I had, for my birth date, a really high number, so I probably would not have been called.
Uh-huh.
But I thought, well, I'll get in, get it started, and if it agrees with me, I'll be able to retire at a relatively young age
Yeah.
and do something else. It didn't. So I learned my lesson after 4 years.
Yeah.
My dad was in the Navy, and he's a World War II vet, and so we kind of talked about that a little bit and why he chose that rather than Army Air Corps, the Army or Marines, and what he had to say made sense, so I kind of followed in his footsteps there.
That's cool. That's really cool. Did you see any good bands? I always ask, because everyone comes from this area, you know, like my heroes played. Did you see any good shows during that time period?
Well, I didn't grow up around here.
Yeah.
I grew up near Chicago.
Okay, wow. So you had good access then.
Yeah. My first live concert was in Monterey, California.
Uh-huh.
Saw Big Brother and the Holding Company.
Oh, wow. Janice? Oh, my God.
Janice wasn't with them.
Janice.
This was just them.
Was this pre or post Janice?
Oh, well, I'm not sure what her dates of
Yeah.
service with Big Brother and the Holding.
Uh-huh.
This was in 71.
Yeah, it would have been post Janice. Yeah.
And Johnny Rivers just happened to be in the
Oh, wow.
audience. and
That's cool.
He was able to, with great assistance, make his way to the stage.
Yeah.
and sang a few songs. But that was the first concerts I ever really went to.
Yeah, that's cool. I always ask just because, I mean, you guys got access to the stuff that I didn't get the chance. I've seen as many of my heroes as I can, I think, with the exception of a few that I haven't still got a chance to see, but I've been lucky, you know. Any kind of, so were you, you said you spent 2 years in Vietnam, is that correct?
18 months.
18 months.
Yeah.
Did you get stationed anywhere else after that?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Memphis because that's only about 200 miles from where I lived at the time. But I wound up in Big Sur, California, of all places.
Beautiful country, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that turned out really well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I really enjoyed it out there. Got to ride bikes a lot up and down the Coast Highway.
Oh, I bet, man.
And I mean, that was a everyday thing.
God, I can't imagine that time period in that part of the country was just been
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I went back 2 years ago on a bike, and there's a lot of it that has changed, and that was really kind of one of the reasons I hadn't gone back.
Because you're afraid it would be
so
completely
long.
different.
There'll be too many changes.
Yeah.
But the Big Sur area, for the most part, is
It's pretty protected.
still the same.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I guess, mountain coast-ish region part of that in that area, so it would be really kind of hard, I think, to develop it. And I think a lot of it is federally protected though, because of how gorgeous it actually is. You know, so that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you'd like to share about your time in the service? I mean, you're a pretty active member here up at the Legion.
I'm a sergeant at arms here, and I do the maintenance and the repairs here, and that alone keeps me pretty busy. be a full-time job if a guy let it. But no, I retired got on the fire department here in '83.
Okay, awesome.
Retired about 11 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I do repair work on people's houses and,
Nice.
and things like
That's
that.
cool. Keep you busy. So always that engineer.
Oh, yeah, it's always something going on.
Yeah.
And I don't advertise. I don't look for work. It seems to find me.
Yeah. Well, once you get good stuff, you don't have to really do much. People come to you.
But I'm the ride coordinator for the Legion Riders here also, and so I lead a ride twice a month here and out of the post here. And I know North Arkansas and South Missouri fairly well, and we just go out and have a good ride and have lunch somewhere and
come back. What's your favorite route? Like, where's your favorite area to go? Because I mean, you always hear like the old is it Old 13 or whatever to Eureka.
Yeah,
is a good one.
Eureka Springs is a lot of fun. Riding 62 west out of Eureka Springs.
Uh-huh.
The problem with it is there's so much traffic on it,
going back and forth,
and
yeah.
they just go way too slow for me.
Yeah.
I like riding down around Jasper.
Yeah, gorgeous Mount
Between,
Judy area. Yeah.
Mount Judy.
Yeah.
I used to live in Harrison. I worked on the fire department there for about a year
That's
and a half.
cool. It's gorgeous. I've been camping down there since I can remember, either Buffalo or up at Sam's Throne, just around that the Ozark Highland Trail area essentially. But it's so huge. Like there's
probably the best route, if you had to pick one, would be Highway 123
Yeah,
out
so
of
I
Mount
was gonna say,
Judy.
I was gonna say go up all the way up and back
that is
down.
so much fun.
Right outside of Harrison. Yep, we've driven that.
Oh, Bill.
We went down that road so many damn times. Never on a bike though. I mean, it's always been go up to camp and come back.
Yeah, it's that road. I'd rate that road right up there. I've ridden Highway 550 in Colorado. Call it the $1 Million Highway.
Yep.
Going to Silverton from Durango. I've ridden that. I've ridden Highway 1 in California, and I'd rate 123 right up there with it.
That's the thing about this part of the country, I think, that a lot of people take for granted here. And I think that's probably one of the reasons I'll never leave, is that we have everything that everyone else does really within the arm's reach from here, but not as many people. You know what I mean? Like, you can find this stuff everywhere else. And, of course, we don't have huge mountain ranges like Colorado or anything. But if you go down to the Ozarks and Arkansas, it's relatively mountainous, but it's just well hidden and well kept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have a million other people dealing with
I always
space.
say I look for the type of roads that people in a car or pickup avoid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the twistier the better. And I get a little grief for it once in a while too. I'll
From the other guys?
Run off and leave the pack.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, Ron, thank you so much for your service in and out of the military as a firefighter as well. And what you guys do up here is just amazing for a lot of veterans. And I know you guys are, it's a really good community.
It's coming out
It's a
here.
really good community, and that's very important.
Yeah, it's what's really nice is when you can always tell when somebody new comes in because they're walking around here looking at all the stuff on the walls with their mouth hanging open.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you tell when you got somebody new in here.
Yeah, that's a good thing, though.
And people tell me this is the nicest post they've been in. They've been in them all over the country, and I've been in a lot of them also. And this is a pretty nice place.
Yeah, it's a great place. Great community, like I said, man. It's the best. So thank you for having me out here today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming out, man.